Hello everyone, going crazy over cannabis. I have now given over 30 seminars on the new Cannabis Act to real estate brokerages, real estate boards, and landlord groups. I have interviewed medical cannabis users and growers and spoken to condominium lawyers as well as insurers. It seems to be that most are just fearing the worst instead of just working towards common sense solutions that will benefit everyone in the real estate industry. Here are 6 things you need to know. Number 1, why do people have to grow cannabis when they can buy it now legally? The fact is that if you grow the cannabis plant safely and economically, it can cost a fraction of the retail price of a gram of cannabis. For those who have a medical prescription that requires several grams of cannabis per day, growing can actually save thousands of dollars per year. Number 2, can condominium boards ban the use or growing of cannabis in a condominium building? Lawyers will be paid a lot of money to ultimately decide this as a result of human rights and constitutional law issues. This has not stopped countless condominium boards from already passing new rules that ban all smoking, including tobacco, grandfathering only those who smoked cigarettes before the rule, and banning any smoking or growing of any cannabis plant. Other condominium boards are doing nothing right now and will just step in if one unit owner starts, for example, smoking cannabis and bothers their neighbors, or somehow damages the unit as a result of growing cannabis. This is similar to a condominium stepping in if you have wild parties in your unit and bother your neighbors. Number 3, how are condominium boards handling unit owners who have a medical prescription for cannabis? Here it gets interesting. The boards will permit someone who has a medical prescription to smoke or grow cannabis, provided that they ensure that all the smoke, odors, and moisture generated is kept inside their unit so as not to bother anyone in the hallways or in neighboring units or damage the walls with mold. Number 4, can you stop a tenant from smoking cannabis or growing cannabis plants? Even though it is legal now to smoke or grow cannabis, you can include a clause in any lease to stop any tenant from smoking or growing cannabis on the premises. This should be inserted into every lease. I have created these clauses that are available in my own Ontario Guide for Landlords. If the tenant then smokes, it will be easier to evict them, but you will still have to prove that the tenant is either bothering other tenants with their smoking or damaging the property. Number 5, what is going on with the insurance industry? Some insurers are threatening to cancel coverage if even one cannabis plant is grown on the property. This is complete overreacting, since it ignores the fact that we are not talking about a grow house operation, and the fact is that cannabis can be grown safely. Number 6, is it possible to smoke or grow cannabis safely in an apartment or home without bothering a neighbor or damaging the property? This is the key point. The answer is yes. If you smoke cannabis using, for example, a vaping pen with dried cannabis, you can virtually eliminate the smoke and odor. If you use a bong, which operates like a pipe when smoking tobacco, you reduce the odor when you inhale, and if you use a device called a smoke buddy, which I'm showing you, when you exhale, you can also reduce the smoke and the odor, just like this. Supplementing this with air fresheners will also assist with eliminating the nuisance altogether. You can also now buy a special grow tent for about $500, which is about 2 feet by 2 feet and 5 feet high. It just plugs it into the wall, absorbs the moisture from the plants, and emits warm air into the apartment. No odors, no moisture, if set up properly. You can grow the plants 3 feet high, harvest them, and grow them again. As you can see, this is what the solution must be. Tenants should be able to smoke under the new law, but they must make sure they are doing it in a way that does not bother anyone else. And if they must have an actual marijuana cigarette, just go outside. And if you are going to grow any cannabis plant, be upfront. Show the landlord how you are doing it safely, and this should satisfy not only any landlord, but also any condominium board or insurer who has any concerns. Maybe if you're overstressed about all of this, why don't you just take a puff and relax? It will all work out for everyone in the real estate industry. If you have any questions on the Cannabis Act or want to schedule a seminar in your area or brokerage, please contact me at 1-888-876-5529 or at mark@realestatelawyers.ca. Remember everyone, winter is coming, and our clients will really benefit this winter from our mobile closing service, where we attend at the client's home to sign all the closing documents so they do not have to deal with traffic, parking, or the weather during the winter season. We would be delighted to help you and your clients with all of their real estate needs. Thank you.